Hello, everyone. This is Barbara Iris Alsou, Parental World Knowledge. I'm glad that I was able to join you. Unfortunately, we had some problems again, but I got through it. I learned that if it says Google ran out of memory, you just don't give up on that. You can keep clicking for a while on that, but if it doesn't resolve the issue, go down by your icon and try to resolve the issue. So that's what I did, and that was to the right lower corner. So you just have to, work with it. If you have, somebody trying to disrupt your programming, don't give up. All right, well, at any rate, we're going to be doing more designing of bracelets. And I started one yesterday. I wanted to finish that one, and I've got so many nice ones to do today. We had, again, if you haven't watched, we have stretchy material. And this is the nice side. The other side, you can see we sewed on. That was more the nubby side. So what you do, first of all, get a stretchy banding. If you don't have it in the house, go to a sewing store. And what you do is put it around your wrist. And we'll see, that's just about right. Then cut that part. Take a good sharp scissor. Okay. And then you decide which is the nubby part, which is the bad part. And, I personally don't like this. There's, just nubby to it, and I just want a nice design. So I would take that side. And you have to get charms. How? Your old antique charms from different pieces of jewelry that you've had in the past. Hopefully they're nice antiques. I have crystal, little pieces of crystal. There's so many things that you can use. The one we started yesterday was with this beautiful old gold button that has an eagle on it. I'm going to use that. And you need thread and a needle, and have it small for the ornaments usually. I mean, some might have a bigger hole, but this particular one is rather small, so you need a small needle. And if it was flat, you could also glue gun the item down. But this is not. This is, rather a thick backing, so you can't really do that. All right, and you're going to be doing it on the good side, not the side that had the stitching. And what you do, you had to sew this, and we do 2 rows, and I also will just show you a little quickly. Take a thicker needle, you do that. I'll just show you how to do a chain stitch, and then I'm going to go back to making the bracelet I started yesterday. Let me just show you how you do it. And always knot once on, or you're sewing the band. Now to do a chain stitch, you simply put it into the material. You know, all you did was bring up both ends together, and then you're putting it into material. And when you do the next one, it's going to be the chain stitch. There you go. See, right through the loop. Then you pull it through. Okay, so now I'm going to start, because I started this yesterday. I want to finish it. I just want to catch everybody up to what we're doing. All right, now you have to find the middle. So best way is just fold it in half and see where the middle is. And that's the middle. And you decide where you want to put it. Now I want to just center it. And you'd be taking your needle through the back of it, the part that, you know, you sewed before. You don't want to put it through the good side. Because you don't want to see your stitches. Okay. And then you will be putting it back through from the front to the back. Okay, and you just continue bringing it back through the back of it. And keep going through your hole there. And as you do it, it's going to get tighter and tighter. When it finally gets so tight you can't put it through, you know, you're done. You just put a needle right through the back again, double knot it, and you're done. It's as simple as that. And the great thing, these bracelets will not bleed. You have to make sure the material you're using is bleed proof. You don't want the dye to come off. I have blue on this one, and you know, the dyes are color fast, so make sure they're all color fast. So if you have things at home and you know, if they're more color fast, you know, or go to the store and you ask them for color fast if you don't know where to look. Because the worst thing is to be wearing this and then you're getting all the dye on your skin. That is, you know, not going to look lovely as the bracelet will. So make sure it's color fast so that you don't have that. And people do sell those bracelets, and They don't tell you that they're not color fast, and they're terrible. And they're not even sewed on, they're just glued on, and then they fall apart. So it's best, if you're going to have it sewed on, is better. If you can have both, fine, but sewed on is better. The glue can come off easier. Okay, so keep bringing it through the back. Pull it as tight as you can, not too tight. You don't want to break it, the string. Put it back through the back. Bring it back forward from the back. Go into the hole of your button or charm. And as I said, continue doing it till it gets so tight that you feel that you can't get it in anymore. Then you'll bring it through the back and make a knot. And if you need a thimble, you could ask the sewing store if you don't have one. It's like a little cup for your finger so that you wouldn't be hurting yourself while you're using the needle, but I never use one. My fingers are quite strong, thank God, from all the art that I do. I like the way that gold looks against the navy. My mom was a secretary in the Navy. She passed the civil service exam when most women didn't. And she wore a beautiful navy blue suit. And she had gold buttons. And she looked really nice. And she wants to ship in the Navy was commending her for doing such a great job. And she was selected. So this is making me think of that, my late mom. It really brings back memories. Very proud of the things she did. And she was an amazing woman. She not only was the secretary in the Navy, she also helped my father. At the time, he was running a paper hanging contracting business, so she was his secretary. So she had a lot going on. She had 2 jobs, and then the first year of marriage, she got pregnant with my brother. So she decided that she would quit the Navy and help my father and just take care of my brother. It was enough. So she did the right thing. Money isn't everything, and you need to take care of yourself and your family. And it was my late mom, who was also a master artist, who taught me everything about painting and crafts. She just was wonderful with so many things. So her late name was Ruth Etta Hurwitz. And she did a lot of fundraising with me and helping for the cancer drive. We didn't even know she had cancer at that time, but it was just wonderful that she tried to do so much. Oh, it's getting snug now. I haven't heard about the adoption dog, but I really, truly want that dog. So it must have been what it said in the email, 4 days. It didn't say business days. It must mean business days. So I should be hearing very soon. And I'm hoping and praying I still get that adoption dog. It's a young dog, and it's not a puppy, but it's a young dog, and that's all that matters. And I'm very happy if I can get that dog. That dog smiled on the video and very playful. I don't want an attack dog. I want a nice, happy dog, because we have children that we educate, not online here, but we do run a nonprofit, and I'm the president of Artist Barbara Sue Fine Art Studio, besides the founder and the owner of Parental World Knowledge. And there's no affiliation, but I teach a lot of children, and I want a happy dog so that when the children come, the dog is friendly, not ground. I've had collies, German Shepherd dog, and they were very good with children. I had Okay, well, I think just about done with this one. A little bit more. Like I said, I thought it was getting a little snug. Not quite. But when I do these bracelets, I make sure they're really good. And we donate these bracelets to Shop for a Cause for Macy's, for artist Barbara C. Fine Art Studio, and Epilepsy Foundation we give 50% to. So I have to be sure that they're secure. So when you buy your Shop for a Cause ticket, they're only $5. If you can see the ticket. And you get 25% off any Macy's store across the nation. And you might win a $500 Macy's gift card. That's the good thing. It's right inside. It tells you. You have to fill it out, your name, address, and leave it in the store. So they have like a little, box, ballot box. You have to put it in. You ask the employees where it goes. And you don't even have to be present, to win this, but you do have to turn it in the day Saturday. That's the day of the event. And you could shop all day, any Macy's store. So say you were in New Jersey, you want to shop in New Jersey. It goes all across the country. If you want to go to New York that day, you can go to New York. And they have entertainment in each store, so it's really a lot of fun. And even some have food. They had delicious little petit four. It was just great. The cake in the Short Hills. This woman made wonderful wedding cakes and things, and oh, it was so delicious. You can get it for any occasion, her cakes. But it was so yummy, her samples. So, I would definitely do that for that. And it's tax deductible because we're both nonprofits. 501(c) classified for tax purposes. And you'd be getting, like I said, while supplies last, the bracelet. Many beautiful other pieces of jewelry. You can see, so you could select what you want. And you get one art or poetry lesson from artist Barbara C. Fine Art Studio. And you don't have to be on camera, and you can be any age. It would be 9 to 5, Monday through Sunday, and you have a whole year to use our lesson. So that's a great thing. So no, my camera just stopped. You're eligible for an oil painting by me. And it's good life. It's beautiful colors and has a nice museum quality frame around it. So all that you might win for your $5. And one lucky person will be drawn to win that. And it's $1,000 value. So you do have to pay taxes on that. But then that's something that you'll be able to hopefully get an oil painting. At any rate, I hope my camera starts working again. And it just stopped. Well, I'm hoping it goes back on. There it goes. Sorry, my camera stopped. It wasn't me. I don't know what happened. It just stopped online. My camera's working here, but it just stopped online. Okay, so you need to call us 973-736-1637 for your Shop for a Cause ticket. You can come pick it up and even take your lesson Monday through Sunday, 9 to 5. And in addition, you can call 973-736-1637 if you want to be on our live reality show. And hopefully you're a tech, because we started the show to inspire techs. So, please give us a call. We'd love to have you on the show, and we'll also interview you. So you don't have to be an artist to be on our show. You can be any profession. We're more than happy to interview you. Just about get it through, so that's going to be it. And you're helping yourself too by buying these tickets, because if you go on the government site, we spend over $3 billion, and this was like over 2 years ago that I looked at it, for healthcare alone. So you're helping lower our taxes, because if we're spending over $3 billion, you can understand why the taxes have to be higher. If they come up with a cure, which I did urge our president, Mr. Barack Obama, and he did in a big way. I asked him to do some public service announcements. Well, he did more than that. He did public service announcements, and he did a gala in Washington. So they came up with a cure, but not a universal cure. So, we're still paying, I don't know exactly. It's probably almost $3 billion. Now it's, probably less, because it was over 2 years ago, and we did come up with a cure, but not a universal cure. But the thing is, it's still too much. We need to come up with a cure that's universal. So this will lower our taxes. This is our deficit. It's $3 billion just for healthcare alone. And I'm so glad that our president looked into this and followed up with it. And, I've tried to do other fundraising before with a president, and then they didn't even respond. He gave me a thank you note in person, his own signature. So I know he's the one that did it. And, prior president didn't. I had the vice president's signature. That was it. So this is really, to me, it's very important that, you try to do what you can in helping our world and our government. Write our president, give it a chance, send an email like I did and see what happens. We can change things. One person can make a big difference. And they almost came to a halt with all research if I didn't do my fundraising and urge our president to do also public service announcements, and then he ended up doing fundraising. So we need to all work together. Who's there? I'm doing a live reality show. David? I don't know who's at the door, but somebody's at the door. Let's see who it is. Oh, I think it's my son, because I hear him coming in. David? Oh, God. Excuse me 1 minute. All right. David? Who is it? I'm doing a live reality show, Richie. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yes, you know that I do every day except for Friday. So we finished this one. Looks really nice. Sorry about that. A reality show, so I can't help it. It looks really nice. I really like this. And it makes me think of my mom, like I said. I love the navy blue with the gold button. And it matches, look at that, my gold bracelet there. So I hope that, you do give us a call for those tickets and, help lower our taxes too at the same time, because this is just ridiculous, spending all that money for health care when we could be doing this research to come up with a cure. All right, so now we're going to go to the next one. And I have that black, and I'm going to go back and sew this. Just cut off some threads. I'm so happy I have a worry-free contract with PSE&G, and I just received the and I just got new cookware. And mine, it's actually my son's friend, is staying with us, and in exchange she's doing some things around the house and a lot of work. God bless. And then he bought us a little house present, the pots and pans. So it looked really lovely. I cooked with them the other night. I love the color. It's a wine color. And then you're going to do a second row, so don't end it, when you get to the end. Keep going and do a second row.
Au revoir.
Bye. Oh, I got the parts to the, the gas range. They're gonna, do it for free. So you have enough to do. All right. All right. Bye. I'm really excited about that because, you really should change your plates. You shouldn't let, even though, I keep it clean, but still it's better for an older stove to change them. And I didn't have to pay for the parts. Like I said, they're free. And their installation's free with your worry-free contract, PSE&G. I have it on every appliance, except for my dishwasher, which I took out with the company for many years because there was so many problems with it. And I felt, brand new dishwasher. And we had to take it back a few times. And we went by Consumer Guide, and it still was not a good dishwasher. We had one from Maytag that lasted 25 years, not one repair. They say that commercial, you have a Maytag and the repair guy, he's almost out of business. He doesn't have any jobs coming in. Well, it's true because that was great, but they made this is by Maytag, but it's not a Maytag. And it was listed in Consumer Guide that it was terrific. It wasn't. I would definitely only go back to buying a Maytag if I can get a Maytag, the original. My son bought this, and he picked it out because it was in Consumer Guide, and I had to pay repaired so many times. It's working now, fine, but the fact I had to take it back 4 times. So but I have a contract, so I don't have to pay for any repair. That's a good thing. The 20-year contract. I love doing craft sewing. Regular sewing, mending, not so much, but I do love craft sewing. And I've said that before. It just, the joy of making something that's a lot of fun. But to just be repairing things, it's not as much fun to me. And I even like redesigning jewelry. Like this particular bracelet broke and I put it back together. I like doing things with crafts and putting things together. That's a lot of fun. Mending something that way, I love. Creating things. Usually my son comes home now, but he is tutoring a young student. He's an architect designer, my son, and he's tutoring a young high school student in architecture at Rutgers University for NJIT program. They're affiliated. So that's really nice that he's doing mentoring and as a volunteer. And this young boy won the national contest now. First he won the state, now he won the national. So really very proud of my son, David Alsu. My son tries not to miss any of the times that he has to get together. The only time he misses like when there was very bad snowstorms here. And it was impossible to travel. We live on top of a mountain. But other than that, he's obviously the young man did win. And so he has kept his word in going there. I think it's very important. If you're a volunteer, follow through. If we teach our children to do, you have to set an example, do it, and your children will follow. Almost done. Now you can make these bracelets too for men. You could use old cufflinks. Say you have lost one of them and you want to do something with that. You make one of these bracelets. This is, great for men too. And if, of course, the colors I'm using right now, I have black and I have some navy. So that's perfect for a man too, the color. Even brown's a good color. And I've sold them. I had on one, it was an anchor from the Navy, and a friend of mine worked in the Navy, and he gave me that pin, and I put that on one of the bracelets, and it was a young boy, and he really loved that. Just loved that. That's neat. Okay. Now just do one more knot. I did one knot, and I'll do another to end it. As I said before. But that it holds. Okay. Just cut it off. Now you're ready to start with your ornament. Now what we do, again, you fold it so you can see where the center goes. So I fold it to see where the center goes. All right. And I can decide how I want this. Now I'm going to use the button one with the rhinestone. And I might use a crystal in the center. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to put the crystal in the center. And I need the thin needle. I'm probably going to have to rethread this too. I'm running out of needle and thread here. So I could do another one that's thicker. I don't have to thread because I don't want to start threading that. I have one threaded already. I'll use my thick thread if it's done. No, it's not, but this is faster. So we'll do this fast. And I'll do one for the kids because they like these little skull things. But I'm going to show you, I don't want to put them all on. So I'm going to take my tools. You need to have this if you ever have to take charms off. And you go where the hole is of the charm here. And try to take it off. And if it doesn't work, you can take a thicker plier, which I do have also. Oh, this opened. Needle nose pliers, very good. And they have needles, I've said it before, that you don't have to thread. I really would like them. It just has like a hook, and I don't understand how it just goes right on. I just don't understand how that, it's so easy. But I guess it opens up and then closes back over. So you don't even have to thread it. Instant thread on your needle. But the big ones aren't so hard to do. It's the little ones. That's why I switched to this one. Okay. Again, I'm going to center it because, I changed my charm. Okay, so that should be it. And just center it here. Yeah, it just fits. You have to do it from the back and then go into the front hole. And pull it up, but don't too tight. Go back from the front to the back. Okay, so you bring it from the back right back into the front hole. And make sure you pull it all the way, not too hard, but pull it all the way up. And you continue doing this, as I said before, until it starts to get very snug. And then you have to just stop and make your knot. And double knot it. Keep putting it through from the back to the front hole. It's getting snug now. So that's going to be it. Right after this one, I'm going to make my knot. It's getting very tight. So that would be it. So push it back to the back. And then you'll make your double knot. And just go through like the thread that's back there. Make one knot. Go through the loop. Do your chain stitch. And do it again. Make another chain stitch. And there you go. I think this is okay. Okay. See, now it's on. But you have to do the bottom part too. So again, we need to double knot the bottom. Okay. Make sure it's straight when you put it on before you start sewing it. You bring the thread through the back, and then you're putting it through the hoop. And now you're putting it back through. Don't pull too hard. So do it through the back, put it through the hole. And then put it back through. And keep doing it till it feels really tight. And then you know you did it right. and then back through the back. Again, you're going through the back to the hole. Pull as tight as you can without pulling too much. And then back to the back again. I'm almost done. It's getting snug. Okay. Getting snug now, really. I think it's going to be the last one. Yeah, it's difficult to get through. So we're going to end it after this. Okay. Put it through the thread that was in the needle, went through the thread that we just put a number of stitches through, and you make one knot and then do it again by doing a chain stitch. There it is. I've got my little skull bracelet. Now you could add something if you want to this. You could put a little stone or something there too. Yeah, and but the bracelet's done. And just trim, make sure there's no thread sticking up. Well, I thank you, everyone, for watching. And I do want to say a prayer, a miraculous prayer for all people around the world. There's just been so many bad weather, such as earthquakes, etc., hurricanes. So please, let's pray for them. It was just our country's helping. I'm grateful in hearing, our country and, Israel's helping. And, hopefully more people, other countries, I'm sure, are helping too. I haven't read, everything, so I can't tell you. But, what I read so far, please, if you can, the little bit you can to help goes a good way. So even if it's just $1, that you donate, if you can, please do that. And pray. And I pray that, that they have good health and they're able to get their schools back and everything, should be back for these, especially the children. And God does the healing. I'm just doing the prayer. 100% God does. People to come on our show. Again, it's 973-736-1637. And you can reach us 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Sunday. And in addition, please don't forget the Shop for a Cause tickets. They're only $5, and you're getting so much. You're able to get 25% off most items in all the Macy's stores across the nation. You're eligible for their $500 Macy gift card. That's a great thing. And you get our bracelets. I mean, you can't beat getting gorgeous bracelets. All different ones, pearls and, colors. So you really get a good deal with that, and one free art or poetry lesson. And you have a whole year to use it, and you get an oil painting, one lucky person. So, and you go on LinkedIn, and you could see our oil painting. So that's the one we're giving. Good Life, it's called, because we want the kids or epilepsy to have a good life, and we do donate 50% to Epilepsy Foundation. They're a 501(c) organization, as I said before, and we're a 501(c) classified for tax purposes. So you can make this tax deductible, your donation, and so therefore that $5 goes a long, long way. And there's no gimmick. You don't have to sign up for anything else. You will definitely be able to get a free lesson, good for a whole entire year. And you don't have to I'm here to use it, so that's a great thing. And I just want to let you know that we instruct a watercolor lesson for the lesson that you would be winning. And if you prefer a poetry lesson, you can have poetry. And if you're under 18, we're not going to be going live. Excuse me. You have to be 18 or more on air. So this would be a private lesson, but you do need to bring someone, if you're under 18, a parent. So I just want to let you know that the lessons are fun. We start from a line drawing. So if you're not good at drawing, that's fine. You don't have to have experience. And I teach you the beginning of watercolor. So you learn everything from layering, and we also use pencil crayons after to make it 3D. So it is definitely a worthwhile lesson. Even if you have a master's degree in art, we educate people that have master's degree in art in watercolor. So I'm hoping, and we use canvas paper. We don't use just the regular paper. So it's very professional. And then you can even frame it without having to put glass over the watercolor. So it's really wonderful. You get the supplies are free when we do our lesson, and that's worth the $5. So please give us a call, 973-736-1637. And I thank you so much for watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. All right, so another designing lesson with bracelets, and I thank you.